So, what happens when you take on an old abandoned allotment and you try and turn it into a regenerative and sustainable food system for your family? Well, pal, I think we're both going to find out. That's just stupid. Not even flipping moving. Seatbelt on. That's a moped. There's no way they're going to fall off of that. I'm Si, this is Feral Soul, and yep, me and my family have taken on an abandoned allotment to try and turn into a lovely, regenerative and sustainable food system. Now, we took this on around about March, and I'm not going to lie, it's not our first rodeo when it comes to growing food. We did rent a 1.7 acre field, had a little micro farm going on. We raised sheep so we could get organic lamb, and we raised organic hens for eggs, and we grew organic vegetables. But for various reasons, mainly the landlord, we had to move off. But to be honest, the farm was kind of breaking me. It was a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of money, very expensive hobby. So we decided we were going to downsize. And we've got an allotment. It's the best thing we ever did. It's the best thing. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, look at it. It's amazing. Now, we have actually done a lot of work here. Okay, it doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it when you look at it there. But we have actually done a lot of work here. I'm going to show you around. To start with, this place was absolutely full of junk. Alright, there's still a bit of junk here, but it was even more full of junk. We have actually filled an 8-yard skip with loads of non-burnable stuff. The amount of stuff we found in here was ridiculous. Roof insulation. We had a toaster, a laminating machine. One of them little things that you seal plastic bags with, you know, in the supermarket, in the butchers, and you seal your plastic bags. We were one of them. There was all sorts of stuff, glass, all sorts. And we filled a massive 8-yard skip. Got rid of all of that. We've smashed up old, rotten raised beds. Got a big pile of timber over there that we use. We come up here, we have little fires and stuff like that. Really nice. Campfires fix everything, my friend. Campfires fix everything. So we always try and have a fire when we're up here. What else have we done? All sorts. Put a little path in. Put in a little path. The first thing we did though is I got rid of we were roosting a hell of a lot of hens up at the farm, and I sold a lot of them, and we kept about 20. So we've got 20 hens up here and a little cockerel. Chickens are awesome. I am going to do the best chicken video you've ever seen, because chickens are just flipping brilliant. What have we got on here that's good? This shed here, we didn't rip this shed down. Okay, this shed was a just in case shed, and it did come in quite handy actually. We have just been putting bits and bobs in there. We've got a new shed down at the bottom. New shed, really good. Every man needs a shed. Shed is a sanctuary. You can just pretend you're doing stuff in there just to get away from the hustle and bustle and the chaos of the household. You need a shed. What else is on here? We've got loads of currant bushes. Here, look at that, I'm doing this the right way. It's hard trying to figure out which way to do my arm when I'm on the camera. Currant bushes. We've got black currants, we've got some blueberries, we've got red currants. There's loads of brambles knocking about, you know what I mean, for blackberries. What else have we got? We've got this thing here. A battered old, we call it the summer house. It will be a summer house, we're going to do it up, because we want a nice little place to chill out, you know what I mean? It's good to have a little place to chill out. What else have we got? We've got loads of junk piled up, chickens at the bottom, but we've got vision. At the minute, it doesn't look like much. You know, I'll admit, it don't look like much. It just looks like a massive project, which it is. Which it is. Sometimes I come up here and think, what the heck have we got ourselves into? But it is going to be amazing. It's going to be absolutely amazing. It's about 250 square metres. Well, the council who we rent it off said it's 250 square metres. Now I've measured it at 230, but who's counting? I'm counting. But it's going to be great. We've got, like I said, we've got big plans for it. You know, because growing food, I think especially these days, growing your own food is really, really important. Growing your own food, for us anyway, it's about connection. About connection to what we're putting on our plates and ultimately into our body. You know, we're into organic food. Organic food's blooming expensive to buy. You can grow your own, bonus. Really reduces your food bills. It's about being in tune with the seasons as well. It's very easy to go to a supermarket and buy out of season produce. You don't know where it's come from or how it's been grown. When you've got an allotment, you're working with the seasons. So you're growing things at different times of the year. You know, so you're just in touch with like natural cycles. And that's what it's about, isn't it? We are, you know, we're a primitive species, aren't we? And we should be in tune with the seasons and the foods that are available in various seasons. You know, it's about fresh air, just getting out. It's good for the soul. You know, scientifically as well. Scientifically speaking, there's studies that show that in soil there's a little microbe, little bacterium called Mycobacterium vaccae. Okay, and that little bacterium, when you're in contact with it, it's under your nails and you're breathing it in, it's said to reduce stress and anxiety because it makes your body produce serotonin. Bit of science there for you, bit of science. Oh, also, it's said to reduce things like inflammation and asthma and IBS. So if you have them irritable bowels going on, yeah, get gardening. So yeah, gardening, it's not just, don't just feel good, it does good. There's a lot of good for you, both mentally and physically. Right, what else can I show you? My chickens. Never loved chickens. Chickens are awesome. I don't want to say too much about my chickens actually at the minute because I want to do a full video on chickens. No, actually, forget it. I'm going to tell you about my chickens because I blooming love my chickens. I'm going to take you in. Let's have a look. This is going to make a bit of a noise because at the minute we've only got a temporary fence up here. These are Harris fence panels. Up here we are trying to salvage as many materials as possible. A, because I'm a cheapskate and I don't like spending money. And B, it's just good for the planet, isn't there? There's so much stuff that just gets thrown away willy-nilly. It's really good to reuse, recycle, salvage as many materials as you can. You'll be surprised, you know, you see builders or you see people with skips, give them a tap, ask them if you could take stuff, more than happy because it frees up space in the skip. So yeah, salvaging. We have saved a fortune up to now. This is going to be noisy, I apologise. Anyway, we're in. There you go. Right, this shed here, we fetched this shed up from the farm. It's an 8 foot by 10 foot tin shed. And we roosted all the hens in it. I know some of you are thinking, why the hell were you roosting hens in a tin shed? That must get flipping roasting. It did get roasting. Here, up at the farm, it was in a shaded area and it was always cool. But I put them in a tin shed because they're really easy to clean. With chickens, you need to keep the place clean because what you don't want is poultry mites. You get poultry mites, they come out at night, they feed on your chicken's blood, they get anemic, they die, and you don't want dead chickens unless they're going in the oven. But you don't want an emaciated dead chicken in your oven. So keep your place clean. Anyway, yeah, so we fetched it up here. But we were roosting 50 hens, thinking this up at the farm. We're producing a lot of eggs. I was a local egg producer. People loved our eggs. But up here, we're south facing. So it gets really warm, which is not good for chickens. I was a bit scared I were going to turn up one day to like 20 roast dinners. Didn't want 20 roast dinners in a shed. Can't eat 20 roast dinners all in one go. So it was a bit big as well. You know, we had 50 hens in there. It can roost up to about 60, but we're only keeping 20 here. So it was a waste of a shed. So we decided it was pointing this way into the chicken pen. Now it's pointing that way into the allotment so I can keep my little wheelbarrows and my spades and my chicken feed and all that. Better use for the shed. What we did is we built this. When we first put the shed in, we built this canopy. Everything in here was salvaged. All this timber, tin sheets, everything down here. I'll show you around in a minute. I'll show you all that in a minute. So what we did, we took them out of that shed, spun it round, and I built a little roosting house in here. Not quite finished yet. We're going for progression, not perfection. Still needs a door, but we will get there. But inside, I've done a video of the build of this hen house. So I suggest you watch that. But in here, look at this, Bobby Dazzler. As you notice, it's very white. It's white to brighten it up because poultry mites, they like dark. I mean, they do come out at night, but it just puts them off coming in. It's also nice and flat. A nice flat, clean, washable, scrubbable surface. Very, very important. I'll keep saying it. It's important to keep your hen house clean and tidy. Keeps mites down. Down here, if we look at this, Bobby Dazzler over. Bloody hell, sorry, I turned you off. I have this little thing here in my pocket. It's like a little remote, it turns my camera on and off. And they're in my pocket, and as I crouch down to show you me awesome nest boxes, I sat on it and I carried on recording for about 5 minutes. Didn't realise, talking to myself. Dad life, innit? You're always talking to your flipping self. Anyway, let's crack on. I'm going to turn this off. I think that's turned off now, so it shouldn't turn you off again. I'm good at turning people off. Anyway, down here, look at these. These nest boxes, I've made them myself out of some old plywood. Salvaged. Look, as this thing got inside here, look at that. Your little hook. Perches come up and down like that. Why on earth side you want your perches coming up and down? Well, I tell you, when you get nest boxes that are high up like that, chickens like to roost high. Stuck underneath these perches, right? So these perches, look at that, stretch. I think I need a longer selfie stick thing. Yeah, so chickens need to, they like roosting high. Look at that, look. So these are at different levels, right? They like roosting high. If your nest boxes, yeah, at a similar height or higher than your perches, they're going to roost in your nest boxes, they're going to poo in there, you're going to get eggs that are covered in poo, you're going to pick off and clean up. Don't want that. That's a right good idea, is that? So I'll let you have that one for when you get chickens, because chickens are flipping awesome. Right? So, don't need that many nest boxes really. You want like one nest box for every 5 hens. So they say, and they say a lot, don't they? Right? So, what I've done, I've got 20 hens, so that's about 6 hens per nest box. But I shut that off because look, I just keep stuff in here. I'll keep stuff in. Acts like a little brush. A little brush here for brushing stuff. Like this little bottle here because I've got some like soapy water in there for cleaning. What else have we got? I've got a little scraper. A scraper for scraping poo off. Look at that. Yeah, look at that. Oh, poo gone. There you go. Good. So, yeah, anyway, I weren't going to make more. I just fetched them up from the farm. I've got 2 of these actually. I'm only using 1. I've got 2 because we had a lot of chickens, like I said. But yeah, cool, aren't they? They're good then. You can make anything. You put your mind to it, you can make anything. And if you don't know how to make something, I'll show you, because I love making stuff and I'm good at making stuff. I'm good at making stuff, even if I say so myself. Give me a pile of wood and my tools, I'll make you anything. Anything. But anyway, there we go. That's the hen house. Down here, this fence. See, we've got a woodland behind us. Chickens are a woodland creature. Yeah, so being around trees, yeah, makes them feel safe, makes them feel at home. Yeah, so, but what we don't want them doing is escape. I keep changing arms because it hurts my shoulder a bit. So yeah, down here, all this fencing, we salvaged all of this. There's like 6 concrete fence posts, about 9 foot long, them buggers, flipping heavy, seriously. But we did it, me and the Mrs. Angie. Angie is a grafter, she's an absolute superstar. We put all that in. We've got 10 concrete bases, salvaged. Yeah, they all cost, posts and bases cost like 15-20 quid each. You know what I mean? Just in bases alone we saved 150 quid. You know, what is that? 50, 60, 90. Yeah, so you got 240 quid in fencing stuff. Is that right, maths? I'm not very good at quick math. About 240 quid we've saved in fencing just from asking people, landscapers. I know some landscapers, they've done a job, they're chucking them in a skip. So can I have them? They said, yeah, take them away, free up some space in my skip. So yeah, that saved us a fortune. All them little timbers there, I wanted to keep the woodland open. Looks lovely, doesn't it? Look at that. A load of Himalayan balsam in there. It's not great, it's invasive, but it smells good and bees love it. But anyway, we wanted to see the woodland at the back, and it'll grow through and it'll look lovely. But all that timber, them timber frames, that was, there were some old sheds here that we ripped down, changed arms again, shoulders it in. Yeah, so we ripped some old sheds down, saved all the timber, from the old shed. Reused them all. Made some nice fence panels. I mean, look at that. It's the nicest fence you've ever seen, isn't it? What have we got going on down here? Straw bales. Side, why on earth we've got a load of straw bales? I'll tell you why we've got straw bales. Because this pen's on a slope. Slopes front to back. So we're chucking wood chip in because we're doing like a deep bedding system. We're doing a deep bedding system because we're trying to produce more topsoil and compost. Chickens will just turn it over, you throw your weeds in, they eat all them, they poo all over it, they turn it over. Come next year, we should be able to scrape some of that back and we get some black gold, my friend. Black gold for going on in the raised beds. We won't have to buy any compost or topsoil. Regenerative chicken keeping. So yeah, basically them there, that just acts as a bit of a retaining wall. So we can do all this composting up there, stop them kicking it all down here. Because look, that was 2 bases high. There's a foot of wood chip there. A foot of wood chip that they've scratched down. Wood chip we get free. Wood chip we get free because they're local tree choppy people, what do you call them, arboriculturals. They chop trees down and branches and what have you, chip it all, and they come and dump it up there. Free wood chip! Love free, like I said, I'm tight, don't like spending money. But what we found as well, apple tree. That's an old apple tree, I think they're cooking apples actually. But the plan is down here, we're going to turn this into a little chicken orchard. So we're going to get some more fruit trees. This apple tree is not in great shape at the minute. Bent over, it's been left to go all gangly and what have you. Not really produced a lot of fruit this year. I mean, mind you, it was like hiring brambles and everything down here. But what I'm going to do, back end of the year, give that a right good cutting back. So hopefully next year it'll grow back a lot more compacted, be a lot healthier. Change your arm again. Be a lot healthier. We'll get more fruit. So yeah, in here we're going to be planting some more fruit trees. I don't know what we're going to plant. We've got fruit trees at home, we've got more apple trees at home and plum trees and stuff like that. But I'd quite like mulberries. Mulberries are good for chicken. Don't know, pear trees, something like that. Anyway, we'll get into that further down the line. But yeah, this is our chicken. Oh, I'll show you this. Look at this. Look at this. Little automatic watering system. Yeah, guttering from the roof, catches the water, drops it down into this here water butt, salvaged. Yeah, and then it comes out of the water butt into this little pipe, into this water trough, given to me for free. This is great actually. Yeah, just gravity fed. The water comes out of there, right, into here. There's a little ball cock. Yeah, so as it fills up, ball cock rises, switches off the valve so it doesn't overflow. Plenty of nice, fresh, clean water. What I am going to do though is I'm probably going to get like one of them solar little air bubble things. You know, like you put in your fish tank, pretty air bubbles. Solar air bubble thing, just keep that water moving. Yeah, stop it going stagnant. But that's brilliant. It means that I don't have to worry about water. It means I don't have to. We're going on holiday next week. Going away for a week to España, seeing me mum and dad. So it's important, you know, just to keep them nice and watered, keep plenty of water for them. Before that, we were using this little siphon water. They're really good actually, siphon waterers. Have a look at them. What they do, you fill this up, 30 litres of water on a hot, you know, when weather's hot. This was lasting us about 3 days. Chickens drink. This water goes down. This little tube inside, this little white tube. Where's my arm go? That little tube there, yeah. That sucks up water. It doesn't suck up water, it sucks up air and it lets water out. Here's it filled up. Look at this. I made that. Not salvaged. Actually bought that. Actually bought this thing. Yeah, it's like a food grade tub. Well, it's got a metal clip on top, but I've brought the metal clip so I can't clip it. Doesn't matter, you can't open it anyway, with no thumbs. But yeah, all you do with that, look at this. Just drill a hole in the bottom. Can you see that? Can you see it? Don't know if you can see that, it's a bit dark. But you just drill a hole in the bottom and you get one of them little bolts with like an eye on top of it, push it through, bit of a cork off the Mrs. Wine bottle, and they do this. They go, they peck it. Look at that food comes out. Good, eh? Not my idea, stole it off YouTube. Good though, isn't it? Anyway, let's go back up here. Bit of a long video this, isn't it? I do like talking. Oh, bit of noise, do apologise. Bye girls. So I didn't even introduce you to any of my pals, look at them all. See that grey in there? Think again, which way do I go? There, that grey one, that's a Dorking. They are one of the oldest domestic chicken breeds in the UK. Dorking, brought over in Caesar's reign. Weird little things, they've only got stumpy little legs. Stumpy little legs and 5 toes. Anyway, comes all my chickens. Love chickens, can talk about chickens all flipping day. Anyway, this central area here, where the summer house is, might put a bit of grass down here. Yeah, plant some berry bushes and things. Bit of an higher fence up, so when we're here, chickens can come out and roam around here as well. Yeah, fire pit. Made a fire pit for brunning stuff. It's a bit big because we've just been burning loads of like old knackered wood. Make a nice smaller one. But yeah, up at the top, we'll go back to the top because I didn't talk about this much, did I really? All I said was they were really, really overgrown. But up here is going to be where all our raised beds are going. All our raised, no dig beds are all going up here. We have some beautiful, beautiful vegetables growing. And then that shed, we are going to rip that shed down. That shed is on a brick foundation. Now it's as wide as our greenhouse, not quite as long. So I'll just build that brick foundation out a little bit more. Sit greenhouse on a brick foundation, sorted. But yeah, it's going to be amazing. So if you're interested in gardening, if you're already doing it, or if you're thinking about doing it, I've got an allotment, stick around, follow our journey. Even if you're not interested, stick around, follow our journey. Because it's going to be just a no fluff. It's not like a shiny gardening channel. We're winging it. We're learning as we go along. So there's going to be a lot of things that are going wrong. There's going to be a lot of lessons learned. But learn on with us. Yeah? It's going to be loads of fun. It's going to be fun. Love it. Absolutely love it. It's going to be loads of fun. I'm going to say it again. It's going to be loads of fun. So please subscribe and follow our journey. Anyway, I'm going to go now. So I need to get home, have my tea. My oldest lad's just come back off his holiday. I need to go home and say hello, give him a cuddle and stuff for his birthday while we were away. So yeah, stick around my friend. This is the Muck and Magic series and we're going to turn neglect into nourishment. Anyway, you take it easy, pal, and I'll see you soon. Ta-ra. Turn the bloody thing off, didn't I?